It has been the most refreshing thing in the world watching these throwback tournaments. Black Ops 4 throwback tournament was like 2 weeks ago. This past weekend was this Modern Warfare 2 throwback tournament. Next week is going to be a Ghost throwback tournament. I cannot wait for the Ghost throwback tournament that Hitch is putting on. That's actually the game that I competed competitively the most in. So I'm super excited to see some of those game modes. I can break them all down for you guys. But in this one, we are on board with SCUMP as he and TST take on their enemies filled with Karma and CLAYSTER. And I mean, it's a great matchup here. So what you're watching is Capture the Flag. We're only going to watch the first round here just because I like to stop this and break things down and really just kind of go through and explain the strategy that's involved, because honestly, we don't really get to see this all that much, right? When's the last time we've seen some sort of competitive Capture the Flag? I mean, it's been so long since it's happened. So I'm going to pause it right here. Let's bring up the mini map and let's talk about what's actually happening right here. So in this round, what you're seeing is SCUMP's team spawned at the bottom down here, and CLAYSTER's team spawned up here at the top by this flag. Now, if we're just talking about map design, this is that classic 3-lane map that we've been seeing, and we talked about it a little bit in yesterday's video and a few days before that when we were going through Terminal and some of the other maps. But you can see that they have the left-hand lane, they have the right-hand lane, they have a lane down the middle. Then actually this map has 2 ways to get from the left side to the right side of the map. Normally there's only one, but there's actually 2 straights that cross horizontally here. And then of course in the back you can get from any of those lanes around the bank. So that's kind of what you're looking for, or what you're looking at here. Most of the time what ends up happening, so at the end of this round, I believe it's 1-1. So most of the time what happens is you secure a lane, right? So SCUMP's team will come out and say they cap or they grab the flag from this right-hand side of the map. Then what the rest of whoever ends up pulling it, so if SCUMP pulls it, what the rest of TST will do is they'll go mid and they'll try to get all of these choke points right here, because if you can stop the progression on the left hand side of the map or through mid, if you can stop either of these as the enemy team tries to get back to your base, that's how you end up capturing flags and eventually winning when it comes to games of Capture the Flag. So we're gonna hop back in here. The flag was just pulled. It looks like it is down. So right here, so this is playing a little bit defensively, right? SCUMP knows that they have the enemy team's flag, but rather than go for it, in order for that flag to get returned, it did have to be touched. So rather than just try to touch it, they're going to wait. They're going to try to get a couple kills. They're going to force those kills. And right there, Ritual ends up getting that kill on SCUMP, and it ends up getting returned. So if you're SCUMP, maybe at that point in time, that's why they were being so patient trying to get those kills, right? Because if they get just 1 or 2 more dead and they have the reinforcements coming in up off of their spawn, they're able to finish those kills, capture that flag, and go on from there. So this is basically the exact same strategy that we talked about, but in reverse. So they gave up that flag cap, and you saw right there as we bring up the mini map, as that was happening, essentially Ritual just went down through the middle and he was able to kill SCUMP in this location. As soon as he got that kill, he was able to take the flag and they just ran down this back alley. It's exactly what we were just talking about, but from the other side. So as that was trying to happen, you just saw SCUMP could not get past these choke points right here, right? You saw him over on this left-hand side of the map. He was trying to get a kill in this line of sight. He ran through this storefront right here. He was trying to get kills on this line of sight, and he just wasn't able to do it. So CLAYSTER's team did a really nice job of pushing out into those chokes and securing those kills, and that really kept SCUMP's team from intercepting that flag cap. Now, they are going to be on the offensive a little bit. Remember, the end of this round, it is 1-1, so you can start to see how this ends up working out. So right there, I believe it was Hitch that pulled the flag. SCUMP is just watching the cuts, right? He's watching mid. Ooh, he might have got caught right there. Doesn't look like he's going to end up getting that. So now TST has to go big in their base because they have the flag basically halfway pulled. There is somebody back. There was somebody back that was pulling their flag, though. So this is just kind of the cat and mouse game. And just like that, both flag carriers go down. and now we're reset. So it's like that game of cat and mouse, right? You have to get kills, push up, gain map control. Once you have map control, get a couple more kills, and then go from there. But I'll tell you what, I want to go ahead. I want to listen in a little bit. So let's listen into their team comms. And once the next flag cap happens, we'll pause, we'll break down, show you exactly what happened.
I have your dark. I have your dark.
Hey, ground flag. Yeah.
Dark dead. Dark dead. And one's behind.
I see you guys one here.
Court dead. I got 2.
They pulled B lane. They pulled B lane.
Anakin?
Laundry,
Yeah.
laundry, laundry.
I got this side.
I'm trusting you guys with that.
Yeah, I get top candy.
Oh, well, he's
Kill
here.
flag.
Bottom farm.
They're probably just
Another one,
pre-aiming on me.
bottom candy.
What's on me? He's top farm. Top farm.
I can't get re. I can't get re, guys.
Andy, two are mid tank. Two are mid tank.
I'm letting
I
you
got
grab
one with
flag,
tank.
Hitch. He
You
got
might
me
ha-
farm. He got me farm.
I got him on flag. I'm stalling him on time. They can't get it.
Super Ultimate Willie, thank you so much for the subscription, by the way.
I want to get flag. I want to get
Trying to
flag.
get there.
And they
Hitch.
still haven't
Trying to
touched
get
it. Hey, Reed, let's go.
I'm just pre-firing this just in case.
He's here behind me.
No.
Fuck!
Fuck.
He was just
On their
lurking,
flag.
dude. Oh my god.
So they were able to get that flag. So it ended up just being, 1-1 at the end of this first round. But Scump was super patient there, right? Obviously, he could have returned the flag, but if he just doesn't touch the flag, it ends up getting returned. So that's really what he was doing, is he was just guarding it. It was a little bit of a passive play, but it ended up paying off. I mean, most of the time, you really do want to try to get that touch so that it gets returned. But yeah, it was a tricky play there. And also, there's only 15 seconds left. But man, this game looks super old. It's been a long time since, I've kind of thought back to Modern Warfare 2. This game looks so old. Just the way that you ADS and the way you throw nades and stuns. It's kind of crazy how old it is. So yeah, guys, with that's just the first half of CTF. Maybe we'll break down the second half. They do end up losing in the second half, but it's super close. It does actually, they don't lose in the second half. It goes all the way to overtime. Maybe next time we'll break down the overtime. We'll see. But in the comments down below, let me know if you enjoy this sort of content so I can continue to put it out, or decide to do something different. Let me know. If you're around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, it helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much. We will see you in tomorrow's upload.